Good morning, day 130 something. Look at that moon. Gorgeous. We're at Kinsman's Notch Trailhead and we're dropping off Zenby and Mountain Boomer and they are going north. Have fun with the Kinsmans today.
Thank you. We will.
All right, see y'all later.
Bye.
So we dropped those guys off and now we're on the way to the Notch Hostel where we're picking up Neutral, and Neutral and I are gonna hike Mount Moosilauke today. And Magellan is so awesome taking us and shuttling us around, and it looks like a nice weather day. We just picked Neutral up at the Notch Hostel, which is a very nice place. We're headed to High Street. Ta-da! All right, we're starting out. We're hiking up to Mount Moosilauke. Magellan just dropped us off. It's very exciting. Neutral was just saying they call this the gateway to the Whites. Is that right? The gateway to the White Mountains. The first real 4,000 footer in New Hampshire. Very exciting. Crossing this little brook. Well, we've been hiking entirely uphill for 40 minutes and we've gone 1.3 miles and I can't even believe that. I mean, I'm completely soaking wet. Let me show you. Look how wet I am. I'm so wet, but I didn't think we hiked that far, but we did. We just been talking and steady pacing. These are the trees right above us as we're taking a break. The sun is like really bright and making the leaves all yellow. Here's our last water source before we go up and over, and we're almost down to the bottom. So we're just cameling up. Look at this cool white blaze. It's just right in the moss. We have been hiking up for more than 2.5 miles, more than 2,200 feet, and we're rocking it. Yeah. That's what's happening. This is great. Yes. The hard part is going to be on the other side of the top of this mountain. Down there is where we came up from, and we're starting to be able to see through the trees. We're pretty close to the South Peak. We can see some mountains in the distance. It's pretty hazy though. We are taking a little break. We have hiked 3 miles and we've gone up 2,800 feet. And we did that in just under 3 hours. And I feel like a total badass right now. We're doing great, and we're almost to the top. We finished the hardest part of the uphill. There's a spur trail out to the south peak of Moosilauke, and we've decided not to go just because the main Moosilauke peak is 360-degree views. There are other trails up here. So this is Carriage Road, and we have about a mile or maybe a tiny bit less to get to the peak. That is the top of Moosilauke. And I really thought that that was a lot farther than, it's less than a mile away, which I can't believe it looks so far. I clearly have no sense of miles, kind of like when I was looking back at Mount Smarts and I thought it was a ridiculous distance, but I had just hiked it in the afternoon. This is so exciting. This is a famous mountain in the AT community. Very excited. Okay, we're on the way up to the peak of Moosilauke, and the sky is looking really gorgeous. It is really still very smoky hazy, especially in that direction, but we are about to enter the evergreens. We're at the top. It's so exciting. All right, we're at the top having a good time. This is To Go. Hello. And Neutral knows To Go from, I don't know, like hundreds of miles ago.
From a while ago.
From a while ago. And Here is Hot Sauce.
From Massachusetts.
And I met Hot Sauce on the bus from Rutland when I started my hike in Vermont. And he recognized me. You were looking very clean and like regular person on the bus. So I didn't recognize him. But
yeah, I was fabric softener at the time.
So it's great to see these guys up here. So nice.
I picked up at the outfitter in Marion. And so I
We're having a hot sauce discussion at the top of Mount Moosilauke.
Really?
Look at this gorgeous peak. It's so nice.
Snapshot. I don't know if you ever met Snapshot. She's up ahead now.
Okay, so this right there is Mount Cube. So I hiked from there. And then further back, so it's like really hazy and it's hard to see, but that next mountain back to the left of Mount Cube is Mount Smarts, the one that I could see from Mount Cube that like blew my mind. It's really cool. I love a good peak finder map that will tell you what you're looking at. It's pretty cool. Well, we're headed out and we stayed almost an hour up here. It's so pretty. I can't believe our luck that we got to be here on such a gorgeous day, other than the smoky haze. In this direction over here, this is like the Franconia Ridge, Mount Washington view, right? If we could see it. Is that right?
Yeah. It would be, a few layers back, but we would be able to see.
Right, yeah. So I can see, I think you can see the mountains that are like the furthest away, that are kind of barely visible, are maybe Mount Washington is one of them. It's like the presidential range of the Whites. It's so gorgeous. And now we are going down this descent to our pickup point as one of the biggest adventures on the whole AT. See this dark cloud up there? Look at that. That's really cool. Love it. Meanwhile, over here, bluebird sky. Look at that. Wow. We're at this trail junction. The AT goes this way, but down here is the Tunnelbrook Trail, which is another way to access Mount Moosilauke that does not involve coming up or down this treacherous part that we have before us. This is the easy part of the descent. So we've come to the part where there are steps, rock steps, and it's wet. There is a local hiker who set up some trail magic at the parking lot. We have that to look forward to. We're getting to the place where it's like all hands on deck, hands on my poles all the time. The trail is right beside this brook, Beaver Brook, and I just went in there and got water right there. But to get over there, I had to step on this rock. It was treacherous. So I had to really place my feet and hands elsewhere. And I am getting ready to filter some water, and then I think we just have a mile left. It's the steepest mile of the AT. Actually, I think we're currently on the steepest mile. It's just like the top part. It's pretty steep. I just filled up my water bottle and then dropped it all the way down there. Gotta climb down this mossy crap. Oh, bummer. All right, so here we are at the place where the trail is coming basically onto the waterfall. And there are these like wood steps that are placed into the rock. I have no idea how they did this. Oh, they're triangle pieces of wood that are like bolted in. And then there's this great view. This is the first time we've had a view since coming into the tree line from the top. And we are going to be hiking down this waterfall. There goes neutral. It's easy to get caught up in just going down the hill on the trail and looking at our feet and using our poles. but we're hiking right past this beautiful waterfall. So lovely. Some of the time we will be in the waterfall, and some of the time we will be next to it. The stairs. I don't know if you can tell how steep that next set is right in front of neutral, but oh my God. That's like how it is when you lean a ladder up against a tall house. Like, it's so steep.
Oh look, there was a rebar railing for going up.
Oh my God.
We didn't see it going down.
There's a rebar railing right there for holding on when you're walking up this hill. Neutral thought it made sense that there's like rebar installed in the rock and then the steps are put on it, and I can actually see one of the pieces of rebar. This was not as bad as it looks. Thank goodness. More pretty waterfall. It's really nice. And then that's what we just came down. You can see there's more of those steps in the rock. We have a rebar handrail for these steps, and the waterfall is actually further down, so it's like we're looking down kind of a drop off here. And we're moving slowly, but it's fine. We're just admiring the past trail crew work where we can see the slots in the rock where they must have shaped them so that you could actually climb up. It's really cool looking and so nice. Look at that pretty waterfall. So pretty. This is such a pretty waterfall, and you can see all the way up there. And it just keeps going. This is a steep brook. We just came down those steps. Hello! The next part of the trail is pretty vertical. Oh, yep. I don't even know where I'm supposed to go. Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, you might have to turn. Oh, yes.
Oh, it's not too bad.
Okay.
But you definitely have to turn around. And go
Okay.
backwards. Okay, and then we go back over there. Just more waterfalls. It's just constant on this hike, and it's so lovely, and the sound is really nice. And we're still going down, you know. We have, I don't know, maybe like 0.4 left, I'm guessing. But we are going at almost a snail's pace downhill. More stairs. We were just appreciating how it's really changed, and the water is much more like a regular brook, not so steep right here. And the trail is like a regular trail right here. Oh my goodness. We might have finished the hardest part. Not sure yet. Okay, well, the trail lost its footing. And so now there is a bridge, thank goodness, because there's no way I would walk across that dirt hole. This is a much more usual trail now. We are about a third of a mile from the parking lot, and Magellan is already there waiting for us. This is the trail magic that we heard about.
Is it bear proof? Is it hiker proof?
There we go. Look at this.
Beautiful.
All right, we're checking it out. We're going to figure out what we want. All right, Neutral got herself a cold drink, and I decided for a banana. It's a cool banana.
So good.
It's going to be good. We hiked, I guess it was 7.9 miles from where we started. Yeah, we're gonna call it 8, and it is 3:55, and we started at 6:40 a.m. We spent almost an hour at the top, but boy, that descent, it took a long time. All right, we're dropping off neutral, and she's coming back to the notch, and it was so fun. Thank you so much for hiking together. Bye. We are back at the ice cream after our hikes. We are back from ice cream. We're having ice cream. We got beer trail magic for Zenby, and we are loving it. This is awesome. Yeah. And we're gonna get cleaned up and go eat some Mexican food. Whoop whoop. Awesome. We're going out to Mexican dinner. It's looking good.